Hello.
What are common errors you see in the papers that you grade?
Yeah. Well, grammar. I get a lot of misspellings, of course, things that spell check doesn't catch, like there, two, and two, things like that.
Yeah.
I get a lot. One thing I'm kind of hung up on is when there's a singular plural kind of thing. I was just correcting a student's paper just now. An individual there. No, it's individuals there, so I try to correct things like that. So I get a lot of those kind of relatively trivial things. Run-on sentences, incomplete sentences, the usual stuff.
Yeah.
One thing that getting a little bit bigger, I get like what I call ununified paragraphs. So a paragraph that's got about 3 different ideas in it that should be busted up into 3 different paragraphs. Get a lot of that and have to work with that. So I guess you could call that an organization kind of issue.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
things like that.
What are you looking for in your types of papers?
Well, probably our type's social science papers. I mean, clarity and focus on a thesis like most other disciplines probably. Maybe one thing, this is probably not something other disciplines don't do either, but a clever use of quotes. I see students needing a lot of help leading into a quote or leading out of a quote, and not quoting too much, but quoting a little bit. And that would be from reviews of literature, but also like another thing, maybe this is a little more unique to sociology. So we'll have students do their own research and collect data. Writing about the data is something that's kind of artful and takes some skill. And if the data is qualitative data, so maybe it's transcripts of interviews, I think that there's a sort of an artfulness to putting that together that maybe some disciplines wouldn't encounter that.
Right.
So I'm not sure I'm explaining what I mean by artfulness very well, but telling a story based on what the interviewees have had to say, sort of a themed story. And then if it's quantitative data, which sometimes it is, so if they have a table or a chart or something, writing about the data in a way that's a little bit redundant, so they're repeating what the reader can see in the table, but then they're also expanding the implications of what the numbers in the table are. I think that's something maybe a little more unique to social science reports on data and stuff like that. So, but I mean, I think most of our issues are the same as everybody else's issues. Clarity, organization, a good introduction, a good conclusion, stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay.
What does your subject kind of entail? Like, what are your papers?
What kinds of topics, for
Right,
example?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I teach a lot of different things, so I mean, that could be a very, very long list, yeah. But for example, I'm teaching a criminology class right now, and the students have to write a term paper in criminology. So I've been trying to get students to be thinking about their topic. So somebody might talk about hate, right, do research on hate crimes. Somebody's going to do research on date rape. Somebody was going to do research on sort of the prison culture, life inside prisons, maybe gang presence inside prisons, so, and I teach a course on the healthcare system, and so it could be about doctor-patient relationships or Germany's healthcare system. I mean, it's lots of different topics in sociology, so lots of different stuff, so. Is that good enough?
Yeah, that's great.
All right. Is that all you need?
Yeah, that's all
right,
I
that
need.
was pretty painless.
Yeah. I didn't think it would take too long.
Proper citation, I should